God says that before you take your next breath, before the next thought rises in your mind, before the next second slips away unnoticed, He is placing His hand gently over your spirit and whispering something that has been waiting for the right moment to reach you. He says that tonight, exactly at 11:11 p.m., something will shift, something will open, something will reveal itself, and He does not want you to be unprepared for the depth of what is coming toward you. He says that He has been trying to communicate with you for a very long time, and every time you felt that strange pressure in your heart, that sudden chill on your skin, that unexplainable tightness in your chest, that was Him trying to get your attention. He says that the urgency in His voice right now is not meant to frighten you, but to awaken you, because for the first time in a long time, He is aligning something extremely powerful in your life, and you must be ready to receive it. God says He has watched you move through your days carrying burdens that no one else saw, hiding your tears inside your pillow, trying to be strong even when your strength felt like it was disappearing. He saw every moment when you doubted yourself, every moment when you prayed silently in your heart for a sign, every moment when you looked up to the sky and whispered, "Do you still hear me?" And He says yes, He heard you every single time. Even the prayers you thought were too small, too broken, too tired, too late, He heard them all. That is why this moment matters so much to Him, because He is stepping into your life with a message that cannot wait, a message that cannot remain silent anymore. Tonight at 11:11 p.m., the atmosphere around you will shift in a way you may not fully understand, but your spirit will feel it. You will sense a moment of clarity, a subtle change, a divine movement that will touch the deepest part of your being. God says that this moment has been written for you long before you ever entered this world. He says that what is coming is not something harmful, not something dangerous, not something that will shake you in fear, but something that will open your eyes to the truth of what He has been preparing behind the scenes. He says that while you were worrying, while you were questioning, while you were doubting your path, He was fighting battles on your behalf, clearing roads you didn't even know were blocked, removing people whose intentions were not aligned with your destiny, lifting you up from situations that were never meant to hold you. He says the reason He sounds tired is not because He is disappointed in you, but because He has been trying to bring this message to you again and again, and each time you became distracted, overwhelmed, or discouraged. He says you have been surrounded by noise, chaos, negativity, and confusion, and it has been difficult for you to hear the gentle whisper of His guidance. But now He is speaking loudly, clearly, unmistakably, because the moment is extremely urgent. He says you must hear this before it disappears, before the spiritual window closes, before the opportunity passes by unnoticed. This is not meant to pressure you, it is meant to awaken you. God says He knows how long you have been waiting for something to finally go right for you. He knows the nights where you replayed painful memories, wondering why certain people hurt you, why certain doors shut, why certain dreams seemed impossible to reach. He knows the nights when you asked Him, "Why me?" And the nights when you felt invisible, unheard, forgotten. He knows how many times you kept giving, loving, sacrificing, even when others did not appreciate your heart. And he says that your silent tears have been louder in heaven than you could ever imagine. Tonight at 11:11 p.m., the response to those tears will begin. God says something very shocking is lining up for you tonight, not shocking in a bad way, but shocking in a way that reveals how deeply He has been working for you. He says you have been walking forward even when you did not feel supported, moving through storms even when you felt weak, trying your best even when you felt lost. He says He is proud of you. He is not tired of you. He is tired of watching the world try to dim your light, tired of watching you doubt your worth. Tired of seeing others underestimate you, tired of seeing you fight battles that were too heavy for you to carry alone. He says that He is stepping in now because the time of struggling alone is ending. God says He is surrounding you with protection so strong that nothing formed against you will be able to enter your atmosphere. He says that in the Spirit, angels have already been placed around you, and the divine shield over your home is stronger than anything you have ever felt. He says you are safe. You are guarded. You are watched over. You are protected in every direction. He says nothing will go wrong with you, and nothing will harm you, because His hand is over you in a way that cannot be broken or disrupted. He says that the reason 11:11 p.m. is so important is because it is a divine alignment, a moment when heaven and earth create a doorway, and tonight that doorway is specifically for you. He says that this message is not accidental, not random, not coincidental. He pulled your spirit toward this moment because your soul is ready to receive what your mind has not yet understood. He says that even if you don't feel ready, He has prepared everything for you, and you only have to open yourself to His guidance. He says that the blessing coming toward you is not something small. It is not something simple. It is not something ordinary. It is something extraordinary, something life-changing. Something that will make you realize why all the waiting, all the heartbreak, all the disappointment, all the delays were necessary. God says you are stepping into a new space, a new chapter, a new vibration. He says that the reason you have felt uneasy recently, the reason you felt strange shifts in your emotions, the reason you felt sudden changes in your energy, is because something in the spiritual realm has been breaking open for you. He says that the old energy, the old heaviness, the old emotional weight has been falling off piece by piece, even if you didn't notice it happening. Tonight at 11:11 p.m., the final piece will lift. He says that you have been praying for clarity, for signs, for direction. And He says He is giving it to you now. He says the shocking thing that will happen is not meant to scare you. It is meant to reveal what has been hidden. It may come through a sudden sign, a sudden message, a sudden understanding, a sudden opportunity, or a sudden realization. But whatever form it takes, it will be unmistakably divine. He says you will know instantly that it came from Him. God says He is opening a path that has been blocked for years. He is restoring something that you thought was gone forever. He is preparing a gift that will heal you in ways you didn't know you needed healing. He is aligning people who will support you, protect you, uplift you, and appreciate you. He is removing energies that drained you and replacing them with peace so strong that it will feel like a new kind of life. He says your heart is about to feel lighter, your mind is about to feel clearer, your spirit is about to feel stronger. He says that the reason this message is urgent is because your breakthrough is closer than you think. He says you are standing on the edge of a blessing so powerful that the enemy tried everything to distract you from reaching this moment. But you didn't fold, you didn't break, you didn't give up. You kept going even when you felt broken. You kept trusting even when things made no sense. You kept praying even when you had no strength. He says your faith, even when small, even when trembling, has opened a door that nothing can close. God says He is removing fear from your spirit. He is removing anxiety from your heart. He is removing confusion from your mind. He is removing every negative energy that tried to hold you back. He says peace is replacing fear, clarity is replacing doubt, strength is replacing weakness, and blessings are replacing burdens. He says you are walking into a season where everything begins to align for you, where things finally make sense, where the answers come easily, where the path becomes clear. He says that He has not abandoned you, not even for a moment. He says He has been closer to you than your own breath. He says that the moments you felt alone were the moments He was carrying you. The moments you felt lost were the moments He was guiding you. The moments you felt hopeless were the moments He was preparing a way out. He says you were never alone, not for a second. God says tonight will be a spiritual turning point for you. You will feel a shift, a sign, a message, a moment that confirms everything He has spoken. He says He is doing this to restore your faith, to rebuild your confidence, to lift your spirit, to show you that He is still with you, still guiding you, still protecting you, still loving you. God says you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. His protection surrounds you like a spiritual armor. He says you only need to trust Him and pray, because prayer opens doors that fear tries to close. Prayer invites blessings that doubt tries to block. Prayer strengthens the spirit when the world tries to weaken it. He says that every prayer you whisper, even the small ones, reach Him instantly, and tonight, He will respond in a way that you will feel deep within your soul. He says the next chapter of your life begins now, not tomorrow, not next week, not someday. Now. Tonight. At 11:11 p.m., God says that He has been trying to reach you again and again, whispering into the quiet corners of your heart, trying to show you the signs, sending feelings, dreams, sudden thoughts, sudden sensations in your chest. And yet you keep doubting whether it is truly Him trying to speak to you. God says He saw the moments when you looked up at the ceiling and whispered, "God, give me one sign. Just one clear sign so that I won't feel alone," and He listened. God says He knows how tired you are, how much your soul has endured, how many storms you survived, and how many nights you cried silently because you didn't want anyone to see the pain that you kept hidden in your spirit. God says He knows the depth of your strength, He knows the quiet battles you fought, and He knows that sometimes you feel like He is far away. But He says He is not far. He has been watching you very closely for so long, guiding you through paths that you didn't even know you were walking. And now, tonight at exactly 11:11 p.m., something very shocking, something unexpected, something spiritually powerful is approaching your life. It is not meant to hurt you. It is not meant to break you. It is meant to awaken you, to lift you, to move you into alignment with something massive that has been prepared for you long before you were born. God says that you must understand how precious you are, how divinely protected you are, because every time something tried to destroy you, He stepped in. Every time someone wished for you to fall, He blocked it. Every time darkness tried to swallow you, He lit a path where no path existed. God says the reason you survived situations that others didn't is because there is a divine mission on your life that you have not even fully discovered yet. And now that time is coming closer, and the moment tonight at 11:11 p.m. is a key turning point for your spirit. God says the urgent message He is giving you right now is not for everyone, it is only for you. Only your soul was meant to receive it. Only your destiny is connected to it. Only your spiritual energy can understand the intense vibration of what is coming. God says He is tired of trying to talk to you in signs because your mind keeps doubting them or ignoring them. He says you feel the signs in your body, you feel the sudden chills, the sudden intuition, the sudden thought that comes out of nowhere, but you brush it away thinking it's nothing. God says it is not nothing. It is Him. It has always been Him. He has been whispering to you when you are alone, especially at night, when the world is silent and your soul is the most open. He says the reason you feel restless lately, the reason your sleep has been disturbed, the reason you feel something is coming, is because something truly is coming. Something big. Something shocking. Something that will shift the direction of your life. And tonight at 11:11 p.m., the energy around you is going to open a door that has been blocked for years. God says you have no idea how close you are to a breakthrough. You think you are stuck, but you are not. You think nothing is changing, but everything is changing behind the scenes. God says the delay was not a punishment. It was protection. If He had given you what you prayed for at the time you prayed for it, it would have hurt you. You weren't ready. Your spirit wasn't aligned. The people around you were not right. The environment was not ready. So God held things back, not to stop you, but to shield you. But now the energy has shifted. Now the spiritual timing is aligned. Now the blessing that has been waiting for you is ready to enter. God says He is giving you this urgent warning, this urgent message, because He does not want you to miss what is coming. He says this window is small. That is why He says it will vanish in 35 seconds if ignored, not the message itself, but the energy that is passing through your destiny right now. God wants you to know that the reason He is speaking to you with such urgency today is because the next phase of your life cannot begin without your awareness. He needs your spirit awake, not asleep. He needs your faith active, not doubting. He needs your heart open, not blocked by fear. God says He is going to show you something before 11:11 p.m., maybe a sudden feeling, a sudden sign, a sudden message, a sudden dream fragment, or a sudden thought, and you must pay attention to it. He says it will come unexpectedly. It will come gently. But it will come with spiritual power so strong that you will feel it in your soul. God says the shocking thing that is approaching tonight is actually a revelation. A spiritual truth. Something about your life, your path, your future, and your protection. God says He is bringing clarity, and with that clarity will come peace. You have been searching for peace for so long, and God says He is finally sending it your way. You have carried burdens that were not yours. You have carried guilt that was not yours. You have carried the pain of people who never apologized, and God says He is lifting all of that away from you now. He is going to free you from something you didn't even know was holding you back. God says the reason you feel something heavy leaving your spirit lately, the reason you feel lighter even though nothing seems to have changed physically, is because He has already begun removing toxic energies, false connections, hidden enemies, and spiritual blockages from your path. He says you don't need to fight anymore. He is fighting for you. You don't need to worry anymore. He is handling everything. You don't need to fear anything because your spirit is surrounded by divine protection that no human being can break. God says He knows you have been hurt recently. He knows someone disappointed you. He knows someone lied to you, used you, betrayed your trust, or made you feel unimportant. He saw the moment your heart broke silently and you just stayed strong. He saw the moment you swallowed your pain and said nothing. He saw the moment you almost gave up on love, on people, even on yourself. And God says He is healing all of that now. He will not allow the pain to follow you into the next chapter of your life. He is replacing the pain with blessings. He is replacing the loneliness with divine presence. He is replacing the sadness with joy, with answers, with miracles. God says the urgent message He wants you to receive is this: you are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not unnoticed. God has been watching every tear, every prayer, every effort, every sleepless night, every silent suffering, and He is about to reward you for everything you endured. He says the shocking thing coming at 11:11 p.m. is connected to your reward. Something that was meant for you, something that has been blocked or delayed, is rushing toward you now. God says your spirit is entering a divine window where miracles happen unexpectedly. He wants you to prepare your heart right now. He wants you to let go of fear. He wants you to breathe deeply and trust Him. He says your safety is guaranteed. Nothing will go wrong with you. No harm will come near you. You are protected. He says He is wrapping His light around you like a shield. You are safe, you are guarded, and you are watched over. God says He needs your faith for the next few hours. He needs you to hold on, to trust, to stay open. He says you must believe that something good is coming even if you don't see it yet. Your breakthrough is closer than your fear. Your miracle is closer than your doubt. Your destiny is closer than your pain. God says He is about to surprise you. The shock will not harm you, it will free you. The shock will not break you, it will elevate you. The shock will not bring darkness, it will bring truth and light. Tonight at 11:11 p.m., a new chapter begins for you. A spiritually powerful shift will enter your life. You will not face it alone. God says He will be with you in every second, every breath, every heartbeat. You are safe. You just have to trust Him and pray. If you want, I can also write an even longer extended version. Just tell me, God says this to you in a voice that reaches through every wall you have ever built around your heart, a voice that does not shout, a voice that does not force, but a voice that trembles with the weight of divine urgency. God says, I am tired of trying to talk to you through signs you dismiss, through dreams you forget the moment you wake, through the sudden heaviness you feel in your chest when something is not right, through the strange timing of events that were never random. I have watched you walking through days where you pretend everything is fine, when inside you are carrying storms no one else can see. And tonight, something very shocking is aligning for you, something that will happen exactly at 11:11 p.m., something meant to open your eyes, your spirit, and your path in a way you have never experienced before. God says He cannot allow you to miss this moment, because the timing is not ordinary. The timing is not human. The timing is divine. Something has been circling around your life for years, a breakthrough, a message, a shift, a protection, an answered prayer, but it has never been able to reach you fully because your heart has been covered with layers of fear, doubt, exhaustion, and disappointment. God says tonight's moment is not just a sign, it is a turning point. It is something that will touch your spirit so deeply that even you will not be able to pretend that it was a coincidence. And before this moment reaches you, God wants your heart open. God wants you prepared. God wants you willing to receive without fear. You are safe. God repeats this more than anything else right now. You are safe. Nothing bad is coming toward you. Nothing harmful is approaching. What is coming is clarity, revelation, reassurance, divine intervention, and a shift that will realign you with what you lost, what you prayed for, and what you thought was slipping out of your hands. You have been feeling a tension in your spirit lately, something you cannot explain. Something you cannot describe to anyone because even you don't fully understand it. That tension is not danger. It is preparation. Your spirit can feel what your eyes cannot see. God knows you have been exhausted. He knows you have been carrying things alone. He knows you have been acting strong for people who don't even know how much strength it takes for you to wake up each day and keep moving. God says He has seen every moment you broke silently. He has seen every night when you told yourself you would be okay even though you didn't feel okay. He has seen the way you kept going even when your energy was gone. And because of that, He refuses to let you go one more day without receiving what belongs to you. God says tonight at 11:11 p.m. is not an accident. That time has been chosen because it represents alignment. It represents doors opening. It represents the universe, heaven, and your destiny meeting at a single point. Something in your life that has been delayed is no longer delayed. Something that has been hidden is no longer hidden. Something that was stuck is going to move. Something that was silent is going to speak. Something that felt lost is going to return. And even now, your spirit can feel that something is shifting, even if your mind cannot explain it. You have been asking God for answers. You have been asking God for direction. You have been asking God why certain things happened. Why certain people acted the way they did, why certain opportunities slipped away from you, why you felt held back, why you felt stuck. God says tonight you will understand that none of it was rejection. It was protection. What you thought was a loss was actually a redirection. What you thought was unfair was actually divine timing rearranging itself for your good. God says you must hear this before the energy of this revelation passes, before the window closes for the moment that has been prepared for you. He says your heart has been too heavy, and He is removing that heaviness. He says your spirit has been wounded, and He is healing it. He says your path has been blocked, and He is clearing it. He says your blessings have been delayed, and He is accelerating them. He says your fears have been whispering too loudly, and He is silencing them. Heaven has been trying to reach you. Angels have been standing beside you, guiding you, protecting you, keeping you safe when you had no idea how close you were to danger, not physical danger, but spiritual distraction, emotional exhaustion, and mental pressure. God says every time you thought you reached your breaking point, heaven stepped in. Every time you thought you were alone, you were surrounded. Every time you thought you had no direction, God was guiding your steps. God says something very shocking is coming because it will wake up a part of you that has been asleep. You have been walking through your days half present, half dreaming, half suppressing things you didn't want to feel. Tonight, that ends. Tonight, your soul becomes fully awake again. This moment will break something open inside you, something that has been waiting to be released. God says this moment will not hurt you. This moment will not scare you. This moment will not harm you. This moment will bring clarity and confirmation. You will realize that God has been speaking to you all along. You will realize that something in your life is about to change permanently, and the change is good. The change is necessary. The change is connected to prayers you thought God didn't hear, to desires you thought were impossible, to dreams that were sleeping deep inside you. God says He knows you have been asking for a sign, something unmistakable, something powerful, something that makes you feel touched directly. And tonight, at 11:11 p.m., that sign will arrive. It might arrive as a thought that feels louder than your mind. It might arrive as a sudden realization. It might arrive as a message. It might arrive as a call. It might arrive as intuition. It might arrive as a shift in your emotions. But however it arrives, you will not miss it. God says He is tired of trying to talk to you through subtle signs because you ignore them thinking they might just be your imagination. Tonight, the sign will not be subtle. Tonight, it will be something that shakes your spirit awake. Something that brings you back to yourself. Something that lifts you out of the emotional fog you've been stuck in. God says you need to trust Him, because what is coming is good. What is coming is not meant to worry you. It is meant to finally bring peace into parts of your life where you have felt confusion for too long. It is meant to bring stability where you felt chaos. It is meant to bring clarity where you felt lost. It is meant to bring hope where you felt drained. It is meant to bring the blessing that has been waiting for the right moment, and that right moment is tonight. God says He has kept you safe even when you didn't know what was happening behind the scenes. He has kept certain people away from you because their energy would have damaged your spirit. He has blocked certain opportunities because they were not aligned with your destiny. He has removed you from certain environments because your soul was outgrowing them. He has protected your heart even when you felt lonely. You have never been alone, not even for a second. God says tonight is going to make you realize how deeply you are cared for. How deeply you are guided. How deeply you are watched over. How deeply you are loved. Tonight is not random. Tonight is not ordinary. Tonight is a spiritual appointment that cannot be missed. There is something you are supposed to understand, something you are supposed to receive, something you are supposed to hear, something you are supposed to feel, something you are supposed to awaken to. God says He is not warning you of danger. He is preparing you for breakthrough, and you must prepare your spirit with trust, not fear. You must open your heart with faith, not doubt. You must breathe deeply and allow yourself to receive without running away mentally or emotionally. God says this is your moment. He says your life has been waiting for this shift. He says your prayers have been crying out for this timing. He says your soul has been needing this awakening. You are safe in His hands. You are protected under His watch. You are supported by heaven itself. What is coming at 11:11 p.m. is arriving because you deserve clarity, you deserve peace, you deserve healing, you deserve abundance, you deserve a life that finally feels aligned with your spirit. God says, do not fear this moment. This moment is mine. And I am giving it to you because you are ready, even if you think you're not. He is with you, nothing will go wrong with you, you are safe. You are blessed. You are guided. You are loved, and tonight, you will feel it. God says this to you in a voice that trembles with both love and urgency, a voice that has been calling you again and again, a voice that refuses to give up on you even when you feel silent. Even when you feel distant, even when you feel surrounded by confusion and invisible battles. God says, I am tired of trying to talk to you through signs you ignore, through dreams you forget, through small warnings you brush aside, through inner feelings you deny, through the sudden chills you get for no reason, through the moments where your heart knows something is shifting but your mind tries to silence it. God says, tonight at exactly 11:11 p.m., something very shocking is coming toward you, something that has been building for months, something that has been hidden from you because you were not ready to see it before, but now the time has arrived and heaven is opening the door. And God says, listen carefully because this message will vanish like smoke in only seconds, but the truth inside it can save you, protect you, guide you, carry you, and shift the entire direction of your destiny if you choose to receive it right now. God says you must breathe and listen to what is unfolding around you. You have been feeling restless for days, even if you couldn't explain why. You feel like something big is coming, something you cannot name, something that follows you like a shadow, something that keeps pulling at your soul. God says that feeling is not random. That feeling is the spiritual world trying to break into your physical world to warn you, to comfort you, to prepare you, to awaken you. God says there is a moment tonight at 11:11 p.m. that will shake you, surprise you, expose something, or bring something into your life that you did not expect, and you must not be afraid because God is standing right next to you, sealing you in divine protection, surrounding you with angels even as you read this sentence. There is nothing here meant to harm you. There is nothing here meant to destroy you. God says the only reason this message feels intense is because the truth you will face tonight has intensity inside it. But God says you are safe, you must trust Him in a way you never have before. God says you have cried in silence, you have struggled behind closed doors. And you have tried to carry everything on your shoulders without asking for help because you felt you had no one who truly understood you. You felt alone in ways no one could see. You smiled when your heart was breaking. You kept giving when you had nothing left. You kept forgiving people who didn't deserve your mercy. You kept trying to move forward even when life felt like it was pulling you backward. God says He has seen all of it, every tear, every fear, every moment your soul whispered for strength. None of it was invisible to Him. And now He says the season of silent suffering is ending, but before it closes, something must be revealed to you. Something you cannot avoid, something heaven refuses to let you ignore anymore. Tonight at 11:11 p.m., a spiritual door opens for you. God says a truth that was hidden is rising to the surface. Someone's intentions, someone's thoughts about you, someone's actions behind your back, or someone's secret feelings toward you will be exposed by divine timing. It may come as a message, or a sign, or a sudden realization, or an unexpected event that interrupts your night. God is not sending this to frighten you but to free you. What is coming is not destruction, it is revelation. It is clarity wrapped in shock. It is truth wrapped in divine timing. It is the kind of moment that changes everything even if it only lasts for seconds. God says you have been walking through spiritual fog, unable to see what is real and what is illusion. You have been confused about certain people. You have been unsure about certain situations. You have been wondering if something around you is right or wrong, safe or dangerous, trustworthy or deceptive. God says tonight's moment will clear the fog. It will show you who is with you and who is against you. It will reveal who speaks your name with good intentions and who hides envy behind a friendly face. It will reveal who is praying for you and who is praying against you. But most of all, it will reveal what God has been trying to tell you for weeks, maybe months, but you were not ready to accept it. God says you have been ignoring some feelings, doubting your intuition, and pretending not to notice certain signs. But God says your intuition is actually His voice whispering inside you, and tonight it becomes louder. You feel something shifting because something truly is shifting. Heaven has been moving things silently behind the scenes. Angels have been blocking certain people from reaching you. God has been delaying certain messages for a reason. God has been protecting you from a situation you were never meant to walk into, even though you didn't know it. God has been redirecting you slowly, gently, quietly, so quietly that you didn't even notice the way your life was being rearranged. God says the shocking thing that will happen tonight is connected to something you have been praying for, even if you don't realize it. You have been asking for clarity, for truth, for direction, for a breakthrough, for something real to finally take place. God says that prayer is being answered, but the answer might surprise you. Sometimes God answers prayers not with comfort first but with revelation. Because revelation comes before elevation. You cannot rise until you see what was holding you down. You cannot step into your blessing until the lies around you are exposed. You cannot step into the next part of your destiny until you understand what God has been protecting you from. God says do not think He is angry with you. When He says He is tired of trying to talk to you, He means His heart aches because He loves you so deeply and wants you to hear Him clearly. He has been sending signs. He has been sending dreams. He has been sending sudden feelings that made no sense. He has been sending numbers, 1111 included. He has been sending strange coincidences that you dismissed. He has been shifting energies around you to get your attention. God says He will not stop speaking until you listen, because you are too important to lose. You are too precious to leave unprotected. You are too chosen to be ignored by heaven. God says breathe and let Him take control. You fear bad news because life has hurt you before. But God says this is not the kind of shock that destroys you. This is the kind of shock that saves you. Something may surprise you, but it will not break you. Something may shake your heart, but it will not steal your peace. God says He will not allow anything dangerous or harmful to reach you. What is coming at 11:11 p.m. is divine timing, not danger. God says there is someone whose truth is tied to your destiny, and that truth is rising tonight. This could be someone who loves you secretly, someone who tried to hide something from you, someone who was pretending, someone who regrets something, someone who has been thinking about you intensely, someone who is afraid to tell you something important, or someone whose presence in your life has a meaning far deeper than you understand right now. God says tonight opens a spiritual channel between you and that situation. God says you will feel something unusual before the moment arrives. Maybe a sudden heaviness. maybe sudden calm, maybe a chill, maybe a burst of emotion, maybe your heart racing for no reason, maybe silence in the air around you. That will be the sign that heaven is preparing the moment. Do not panic. Do not fear. God says He is surrounding you with His protection, the kind that cannot be broken. God says you are stepping into a season where nothing will be able to stop what is meant for you. But first, the truth must enter. Truth is powerful. Truth is shocking. Truth is cleansing. And truth is sacred. And God says, tonight the truth arrives. God says He has watched you trust the wrong people. He has watched you give chances to people who did not value your heart. He has watched you love people who took advantage of your kindness. He has watched you try to heal wounds that you did not cause. God says He is stepping in now. Heaven is interfering. Angels are moving. The situation around you cannot continue the way it has been. The truth must come to the surface. God says the moment at 11:11 p.m. may come through a message, a call, a sudden thought, a realization, a sign, or an unexpected event. But however it comes, you will know instantly that it is from Him. You will feel it. Your soul will recognize it. God says you must not doubt yourself when it arrives. You must not run from it. You must not fear it. You must not pretend it is random. God says this moment was written. It was planned. It was scheduled before you were born. And tonight is the delivery. God says that after the shock comes peace. After the revelation comes clarity. After the truth comes justice. After what happens tonight, your spirit will become stronger. Your direction will become clearer. Your connection with God will become deeper. Your life will begin shifting in new ways. God says He is holding your hand through all of this. You are not walking into the unknown alone. You are not stepping into danger. You are stepping into destiny. God says trust Him. Pray to Him. Call His name. Because the moment that arrives at 11:11 p.m. is not something to fear, it is something heaven wants you to receive. God says, you are safe. You are protected. You are chosen.